Hi, friends. Welcome back, Miss Walker and Monkey Mathematician. And we are back today to do Module 17, Lesson 4. So let's jump right into it. So go ahead and say the I can statement with me. Say, I can make a measuring tool with units that are the same size and measure objects using the tool. Awesome. All right. So friends, let's turn to Page 494, build understanding. It says Susie wants to measure the length of a pencil. She uses grid paper to make a measuring tool. Make a measuring tool by cutting out a strip of squares from the grid paper. Number the squares. Draw to show how Susie can measure a pencil. So I have some grid paper here, and my grid paper is really small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 4 little squares equal 1 unit for my measuring. So I'm going to quickly draw 10. If you don't have grid paper at home, that's okay. You can just have mom or dad or homeschool teacher help you make, maybe with a ruler, you can measure out maybe 10 centimeters long and then mark off after every centimeter because they want us to label each unit. So I'm on my 4th one, my 5th, my 6th, 7th, and 8th, and 9 and 10. Awesome. So that's what mine looks like. And then I'm supposed to number them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then I have to cut it out. So I'm going to take my grid paper out of my book. I'm going to cut out my measuring tool. Awesome. So friends, if you need to pause the video to make your measuring tool, that is completely okay. You do that. So here's my measuring tool. And it says, now I'm going to draw to show how Susie can measure a pencil. So I have a pencil right here. I'm going to measure it with my measuring tool. So I'm going to start at one end. Oh, so far it looks like it's 10, but it's more than that. So I'm going to put my, let's see, I'm going to put my finger right where it ends. And I'm going to start it again right over here. So it's 10 plus, how many, friends? What do you see? 4 more. What's 10 plus 4? 14. Yes, so my pencil is 14 units long. So now we need to draw to show how we did this. So I'm going to draw my pencil. It's okay. I know my pencil isn't blue. Oops. I know my pencil isn't blue, but I can draw to show my pencil. Awesome. And then mine measured 14 units. So I need to draw to show that. So maybe I can quickly draw. Oopsies. Okay, so I'm going to quickly draw to show how mine measured 14. So it was what was 1, and then it was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that was where the 10th one was. So boys and girls, you can go ahead and label yours. So I'm just going to pause while you guys do that too. All right, I made it up to 10 and then 11. It's kind of hard to show. And then mine was 14. So 12, 13, yay. And then 14. Awesome. So mine's going to end right there. I'm just going to say that that is where my pencil ends. Okay. Make sure my pencil is accurate to here's my pencil. There we go. Pencil's a little crooked. That's okay. So mine measured 14 units. Time for turn and talk. So why are the squares all the same length, Monkey? And does the length of the pencil change if the squares are shorter? Monkey, what do you think? So Monkey had some good thinking time, and I hope you did too. So Monkey told me that the length of the pencil does not change, but you would need more units to measure the object if they're shorter. So the squares are all the same length because it's important when you're measuring that you are measuring with the same length. That's how you accurately measure. But would the length of the pencil change if the squares were shorter? So if these little squares were shorter, would this length of the pencil change? No, the length of the pencil wouldn't change. It would just take more units to be able to measure it. Awesome. All right, friends, let's turn to the next page. We are now on page 495. So it says, Arthur measures a crayon and a color pencil. Measure a crayon with your measuring tool. Okay, let's do it, friends. I hope you have your own measuring tool at home that you made and you're using your crayon. So I'm going to line up my measuring tool at the very beginning from end all the way to the other end. And how long does mine look? Oops, it's kind of hard to see it like that. Maybe I can use my tray. Ooh, I think it's going to be hard to use my tray. I think I found a better way to show you guys. Awesome. So mine goes all the way to 9. That's right about where my crayon ends. So and it's a little bit hard to show you guys, but let me see if I could show you this way. See how mine ends right around 9? So mine, and because I started at the from end to end, I lined that up. Okay. And then I went all the way and saw that mine measured 9. So I'm going to write them, oopsies, that mine is 9. Awesome. And then it says, measure a colored pencil using the same measuring tool. So in my house right now, I currently only have these mini colored pencils, which will work just fine. So I'm going to line up my measuring tool. All right. And how many units does mine measure, friends? Can you see? Yeah, if you said 8, that's right. Oops, let's try that again. So mine is 8 units long. And then it says, write the number of units. Use the greater than symbol to compare. Which object is longer? So I'm comparing 8 to 9. Friends, let's go back to that hungry alligator analogy. If the alligator was really hungry, which would he rather eat? 9 fish or 8 fish? 9, that's right. So his mouth would be open to the 9. Oh, I misread that. Silly Miss Walker. I'm going to undo And I'm going to do it again because it wants us to use greater than to compare. So I need to put whichever number is greater over here. So 9 is greater than 8. So friends, which object is longer? The crayon or the color pencil? What do you guys think? The crayon or the colored pencil? In my situation, in the ones I measured. Yes, it's the crayon. Normally it would be the colored pencil, but I have only these mini colored pencils. So that means that the crayon won for my ones that I was measuring. All right, turn and talk, my monkey friend. It's time to turn and talk again. All right, so why is it important to line up the measuring tool with the end of the object? What do you think, monkey? Yeah, I agree. So Monkey said it's so important that you line it up. Aligning the measuring tool to the end of the object is important because it gives you an accurate measurement of the object. It helps you to accurately measure it. Awesome. High five. Great job. So let's do check understanding. Why don't you guys pause and then unpause when you're ready to check your work? Welcome back, friends. I hope you were able to do check understanding. It says Mia writes with a pen. Use the measuring tool you made to measure the length of the pen. Okay, friends. So we're just going to open. It's kind of hard for me to do it with you on the computer. So we're just going to look right inside here in this book, and we're going to hold up the measuring tool that I made, and you should be doing yours at home too. So we're going to start at one end. So far it's 10, and that's right about until that little black mark on the pen. And then I'm going to move down my measuring tool to measure the rest. So it's 10 plus, it's about 10 plus 4.5. So what's 10 plus 4? 14. And then a half would be 14.5. So I'm going to write 14.5, or another way I could do it is I could write 14.5. Awesome. Well, friends, you did such a great job today. Keep up the great work, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, friends.